So on my Telegram group, someone asked me a question. Why did you recommend this platform when you've already said this platform? So I told the person, I said, first, I do not recommend any platform. Secondly, one platform is not better than the other. That competition should resist. So you might be like saying, the world is very big. You have over 7 billion persons. You have over 200 countries. So the question is, are we going to say that we don't want ROC because there's Ethereum? Are we going to say we don't want EOS because there's Ethereum? So most times you go on YouTube, you see, I think people don't know the value of time. That's one of the things I see. You see a comparison between Cardano and EOS. And you see something like EOS versus Universal. I'm like, what is wrong with people? Give us value for our time. So the platform I want to talk to you about is, there are already people who are in the space doing similar stuff, even online and offline, or off the blockchain and in the blockchain. So that does not mean we will not talk about it. If it's good, we talk about it. It's left for the platform. It's not we talking about a platform. There is nothing you will do about the platform. There might be some buzz around the platform now. There are platforms every single YouTuber could talk about. That does not mean the platform. There's one thing, okay, after the RS, your what next? It's just like you're talking about marriage. There is a lot of buzz around the wedding. Oh, we will do our wedding in the Bahamas. We'll go to the moon. We'll buy this. And like, everybody's talking about the wedding. It's advertised on television. Like you saw the wedding of Prince Charles. Okay, after the wedding, what happened? Did the marriage last? So it's nothing has changed. Nothing has changed since the beginning of time. Nothing has changed. Then there might be evolution. There might be science, industry, or whatsoever. Nothing has changed. You are still dealing with men. You're still dealing with men. People will still be willing to take from people what does not belong to them. People will still be committing crimes. Nothing has changed. You've seen improvement in science and a lot of stuff. Has anything changed? Nothing has changed. Okay, enough of that. Let's talk about the platform that is before us. And let's see some of the problems they want to solve. So some of the problems they highlighted was the issue of the issue of data. So before we talk about the problem of data, we're talking about the importance of data. How is data important to society? So you already know that data is very important in any facet of life, from medical to schooling to governmental to technological side to technological companies or whatsoever, like Facebook and the rest of them. So data is of paramount importance, or you can say data is paramount. So then, if data is paramount, okay, how do we get data? The methodologies, the mechanisms we use to get this data. So there have been huge concerns like the European Union bringing their GPDR, their rights protection whatsoever for data. And then the method to which this data is being harnessed is something of concern. So most times data gets into the hand of people who data should not get into the hand of people. Then maybe there's the wrong use of data, or what you could call data exploitation. Yeah, people get this data like Facebook or whatever, and then they sell this data to whoever needs this data to further their business. So that is one of the problems. The way data is being harnessed. The another problem is the issue of data insufficiency. So there's a lot of data everywhere, right? It's like for example, cryptocurrencies, for example. If you tell someone, oh, cryptocurrencies, just go on YouTube and be learning. What you just told the person is, it's a 50-50 game. The person could go on YouTube and learn, but the person is going to learn with a lot of pains, in the sense that, except the person is very lucky to associate himself to discover people who are seeking his interest, people who will not only inform him about opportunities to make money, but also educate him about the industry. The person might learn with a lot of pains. And then, so data is everywhere, right? So, but this data that is everywhere, you want to be asking yourself, if, like cryptocurrencies, how do we get the right data? So, data might be everywhere, but it is still insufficient in the sense that there is no single place to get the right data. And after getting the data, we're talking about the vetting process. How do we, you don't just release data out there. How do we release data that is worth working upon? So you have to curate the data. Then talk about data processing and whatsoever, data processing, data storage and whatsoever. Then another problem is the problem of data gravity. So they explain that data, for example, how do you now transport data and the rest of them? So it's a very, very big problem, right? So then another problem is the data hub. Where do you get access to data? Because data is scattered everywhere. So how do you not get access to them? Like one of the things Repos wants to do is they want to bring in a platform where those who are online and offline can integrate their, I explained Repos before, can integrate their data. Maybe the guy who have a retail store or the museum or whatever can integrate their data into the report system, and then anybody can have access to them. So what Ocean Protocol wants to do, wants to become a kind of a marketplace where those who need data can actually get data, but not just getting data, but can get data. So you want to be considering, okay, whoa, where has this guy been so far? So you want to consider the journey so far. So you want to be looking, okay, who is behind the team? Where are they be coming from? So the project is being led by Des and then Big Shane Baby. Maybe you might not know, you know either of them. We could go about them, do some work on them, and then they've had a background they worked with Ascribe.io. That's one of the things I like about certain platforms. One of the things I like, if a platform has a past, the advantages of a platform that has a past and a platform that does not have a past is, first, there's the issue of customer base and existing customer base. Number two is experience, and then the knowledge on the market. So there are many benefits just because more than these three things when a company has a past and everything. So you can see the scale of how they've been working so far, and lots of things. So you might ask him, okay, who would they be working with, or who will be their customers? So this project is kind of project that is, the government of Singapore is actually bullish on this platform. So you want to consider what is going on. Why should the government be part of this program? Then you talk about the people who are actually partnering with this stuff. And then most times you see most companies like, oh, they're coming and saying, we want to displace such and such company out of this space. It's something that can, if you are very reasonable, you will know that it's a 50-50 game. The project may fail, the project may succeed. Like, for example, a company is launching a product that wants to displace Facebook of this space. Doing is very hard. It's a project that can come to pass, and it's also a project that can fail, because why not work with Facebook rather than you want to come and take them off? It's hard though. It's very, very hard, because there are a lot of factors, though nothing is impossible, but that's a very daunting challenge. So you want to consider their partners, who is behind them, and then other places. So they already have kind of working model in the rest of them. So we want to see the competitive products at page 56. So here are some competitive products that are already existing inside of data and the rest of them. So you have Enigma. Enigma is based on it is, as you can see from here, it is obvious that other teams working on decentralization technology will consider building data exchanges and data protocols. Here are some of them. Enigma. So Enigma is focusing on the financial data side. Stream M is focusing on IoT. Then you have Mo4 Work, Dentcoin, and then the list goes on and on. So one of the things they want to do is, rather than just serve as a competition to most of them, they will be partnering with some of these existing companies to see how to move this thing forward. Like if you scroll down, like the partnerships you saw, the Singularity, KMPG, and the rest of them. So they want to bring partnership to this stuff. So like the question of when is the token sale going on, the rest of them, you want to keep your eye on. When the token sale is coming up. You can contact the team and the rest of it. You can check up the team, who is behind the team, and whatsoever. So if this video has been very helpful, you want to consider joining my Telegram group. You want to consider follow me on Twitter to be getting the latest info on the go. So with that, very big shout out to those who've been subscribing so far, and do have a very good day.